Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. All the people out there who have lost their mother. My prayers go out with you and for you. And my mother is still in the land of the living, so I thank God for that. For everybody that has been following me, understand that my grandmother raised me, and she has gone on to be with the Lord. When I think back to losing her, when Mother's Day would come around, my expectation would be that I'm going to be sad. And here's my message in the video is that a lot of times, the things that we expect start to shape our reality. You see, Mother's Day, when it's approaching, there's a segment of people that have experienced that loss that already starts predisposing themselves to say, it's going to be a hard day for me. Now, I'm not taking away from anything, but what I'm talking about is your expectation is that today is going to be a hard day for you. I'm using the word expecting because when you start expecting, it starts to shape your reality. The pain of that loss is with me every day. But my expectation is because this specific day on the calendar is supposed to be something that's honoring a person that I honor every day. I honor my grandmother in everything that I do, everything that I say. I do these videos because when I was younger, she had me doing speeches in front of the church with no mistakes from up here, from memory. So I'm able to do these videos because of her. The way that I show up with a man of morals and principles and values is me honoring my grandmother every day. But my expectation was this particular day out of all days was supposed to be my saddest day. Now, to make this make more sense, there's some people that have went through a season of hardship, so much so that now their expectation is that everything's going to be hard. You see, when you pray to God, a lot of times your prayers look like something like this. Lord, please take away all of my enemies, take away from these people that cause me harm. And those are your prayers. But at this young old age of 45, I had to check myself because a lot of times I was praying like that. But what I started to understand was that a lot of times we are praying for God to remove us from something that he has sent to develop us. Losing both of my grandparents was catastrophic to me, but it was life. But in the moment, I expected my life to go on and be a life of sorrow because I lost the two people that I love. So I expected certain things in my life. So as I would pray every night, I would be praying, God, take this pain away from me. And then things start happening. God, get me away from this person. Keep me safe from this person. But what I start understanding is that's a lazy person's prayer. A lot of times things come your way as a way to develop you. And people don't like to be uncomfortable. So your prayer is, God, remove them, remove the situation. And then you wonder why your life is stagnant because the situation that you're trying to pray away, God is using it as a way to develop you. When I lost my grandfather first, I knew that I had to be strong for my grandmother. And in between that time, like I said, I'm getting opposition from family, but I was built for it. I was built for it because I watched him do it. And my grandmother knew that I was there for her and I never let her down. Then when she left, I felt like I was stuck because the people that I helped out started doing me the dirtiest. So my prayer started to be, God, do something to him. That was my prayer. I'm just being transparent. But I was taking the easy way because what I thought was just catastrophic events in my life, God was using to grow me. You see, my patience wasn't as good as it should be. So now I'm in a situation that I have to have patience. My anger was in such a way that I was so emotional that I had to attack everything that was done to me. But God was using that situation to grow me in that area. So meanwhile, what I thought that God was placing upon me, he was trying to use to get the better version of me. Now I can see clearer. I'm able to stay in the paint and not let nobody throw me off my square. And that's my message to you today. For anybody out there that has already designed today to be one of the hardest days of your life, adjust your expectation. You see, the human part of me, yes, I miss my grandmother. I miss her. But the spiritual side of me, understand that God called her home. God allowed her to not be here. And all I have is memories. I ain't talking about some stuff that I made up. I'm talking about I knew that my grandmother knew I loved her in real time. And I showed her every day. There was not one time I did not come through for my grandma. So instead of me being sad, I chose to be happy. I'm expecting expecting to be happy. That's it. That's the message. Your expectations. You could be going through something right now, and it seems like every time you turn around, something bad is happening. Take a beat, step back, and be like, okay, God, what am I supposed to be learning in this season? Because if you're not lazy, you will understand that all the hardships that you are facing now is preparing you so when you get to where God needs you to be, it's water on you. Just like, this ain't nothing. I've been here before. And that's why we can't look at a person as they are right now. See, you see somebody in a blessing season and you're envious, but you don't understand what it took for them to get there. You don't know any of that stuff that they had to go through. People that are just now seeing me on this social media and hear my positive message, you might have walked in on my life in chapter 15, but them other 14 chapters, I was going through it. The message was the same, but a lot of times I'm speaking, but sometimes I wasn't really 100% believing it for myself. See, you can come to me with a problem and I'm going to tell you because that's easy for me, but I wasn't believing wholeheartedly. But once I got in line with what God had for me, things changed. So now when you walk into my life in this stage, that's why there's certain people that say, he think he know everything. Man, he always, ain't nobody making them, man, ain't nobody watching that. Them videos is too long. That's because you have walked into my blessing season. But don't envy me for my blessing season unless you want to go through what I went through. I'm expecting greatness. That's my expectation. When I tell my youngest son, when he tell me he got a B, I don't really say nothing because a B is good. But my expectation for him is to have an A. So much so that now that's what he expects. Because when he gets a B plus, he's upset. I'm not upset. He's upset because of his expectations. So what is your expectation of your life? Did you expect to wake up this morning and be sad? Because guess what? If that's what you expected, that's what's going to happen. Did you wake up and expect to feel loneliness? Because if that's what you did, that's what's going to happen. That's why in your circle of friends, sometimes you need to take a roll call, just have a come together meeting and ask them, what are you expecting over your life? If you're expecting money, cars and clothes and this, that, and the other, okay, I got to place you up over here because that's not what I'm expecting from my life. I'm expecting peace, joy. And if that comes from whatever avenue, I'm cool with that. But if you are expecting just this, that, and other, and you think that's going to make you happy, okay, I need to put you up over there. Have a roll call with your friends because their expectations will bleed into your expectations if you're not happy. We need that. Anyways, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, for all of the people out there that have lost their mother, have lost the people that represented or had a position of their mother. Just remember what I said. If you love them in life, they know. Use this moment as a joyous thing that although they are not here physically, make them proud in the spiritual realm.